So I'm going to give you like a general overview, okay? I'm going to give you a quick general overview. I've started the recording. Now let's quickly push. I'm going to give you a quick general overview of what you must know about the stars and the universe. This part 2. Then we're going to quickly know. It's not too hard, so we should quickly know and we should be done in no time at all. Are you ready? So I want to say this second part of chapter 6 has 6, or no, it has 7 main, or you can say has 7 sections. It has 7 sections. There are things you need to know. These 7, which when you know, you are very good. And there are things that I'll remind you, obviously, from that other section we did. The first one, you must know about the sun as a star. And in here, I'll help you to know what fuel do stars run from. How do stars always light? Where do they get their light? What fuels a star? What is a star? What fuels it? So the sun as a star. Are you saying this? We are now talking about all the different stars in the universe. Then we talk about the scale of the universe. When I say the scale of the universe, I want us to establish the hierarchy. What is the hierarchy? Everybody knows that we have galaxies, we have the solar system, we have stars, we have the universe. So which one is bigger? What is the order? Where do you start and where do you end? So we're going to establish that and finish that idea. Then anyway, we'll talk about the third thing, star formation. So there are main things that you must know from each section, and that is why I'll need to make sure you know them. I'll print them onto you. Number 4, so star formation, we talk about star formation. Then its life cycle. So life cycle of a star. Then we talk about 5. So how the stars are formed and how its life cycle. Then we talk about the galactic redshift, which they ask about a lot. Then we talk about the Big Bang Theory. We'll talk about the Big Bang Theory. Then the 7th thing is more of a formula, and I'm not really doing formulas. Okay, I skipped them in the other part. I will help you with formulas at the end. So here we are focusing more on theory. So age of the universe, I know that Hubble's law is a formula, but we are not going to work on the formula. We'll talk more about the theoretical part of it. Are you all ready to quickly do this? The sun as a star, the scale of the universe, the star formation, the life cycle, galactic redshift, Big Bang Theory, and age of the universe. Are you all ready? Let's start with the first thing. The sun as a star. What should we know here? The sun as a star. Write this, the sun as a star. So, here are the main things they want you to know. You should know that the sun is, let me say the sun, put capital S. The sun is a medium sized star. Okay? Which is found at the center of the solar system. So in terms of size, it is medium. And we already know that it's found at the center of the solar system. But here I want you to say that the sun is mostly made, or you can say mostly of, hydrogen and helium. So the sun is made, let me say, the sun is made mostly of hydrogen and helium. Okay? Are we together? Okay. Right. Now, the fuel. We're still on the sun here. We said the sun is made out of hydrogen and helium, and it is a star. So, what fuel are you running on, Mr. Sun? How are you shining? If you're a star, then tell me, what is making you shine? How do I see your light from planet Earth, Mr. Star, if the sun is a star? And it's made out of hydrogen and helium. So, of these two, hydrogen and helium, which one is the fuel? So, I want you to say stars, okay, including the sun. Shine because of nuclear fusion. Shine because of nuclear fusion. Are we together? Stars shine because of nuclear fusion. This happens inside the core of stars. What is that? You'll be having hydrogen going to form helium. So this is fusion. Let me tell you, you study this later at AS and A level for those who want to do physics. But everyone must just know right now to say, when you are fusing, I told you already that chapter 5, this is chapter 6, space physics. Chapter 5 is nuclear physics. And what you'll be studying, when you see the word or hear the word nuclear, you are studying energy that is in the nucleus. So the word nuclear in physics, yes, it's about nucleus. But we don't just study what the nucleus looks like. We are physicists. We study energy. So now what you must know is that if you take a nucleus and another nucleus and you bring them together, that's called nuclear fusion. To fuse is to combine. So you take a hydrogen nucleus and another hydrogen nucleus, you combine them and get a helium nucleus. That's called nuclear fusion. And that is what's happening inside the sun. We have smaller nuclei. We're talking about the nucleus. Nucleus. That's all what it's about. So we have smaller ones coming together to form a larger nucleus. That's called nuclear fusion. And what happens in the sun because of that is energy is released. So constantly in the sun, there is nuclear fusion. A small nucleus and another small nucleus coming together, forming a bigger one. Oh, energy is released. Another nucleus and another small nucleus bumping into each other. They form into one. They release energy. A small one and a small one, they bump into each other. They release energy. So nuclear fusion, there is also fission. Nuclear fission, where they break. Fission like this. Fission, where they break. But here we are talking about fusion, to fuse, to come together. Nuclear fusion. When this happens, it releases energy. So now, okay, thank you for making me know that the sun constantly, we say that the sun is made up of hydrogen and helium, and we said that it is because the hydrogen nuclei, or the nucleus of the hydrogen, the nuclei of hydrogen are coming together and continuously bumping into each other and becoming a helium. So we can actually say hydrogen is the fuel of the stars, because the hydrogen nuclei is plural for nucleuses. These are the ones that are for nucleus, okay? These are the ones that are coming together to form a helium nucleus. And when that happens, that's called nuclear fusion, because they are fusing together to make a larger thing, and energy is released. So I want you to say here, this is your nuclear fusion, okay? This is the nuclear fusion. And I want you to say, this releases the nuclear fusion. It releases 1, heat, 2, light, and 3, huge amounts of energy. Oh, yes. So there's going to be warmth, yes. So it releases heat, yes. And light, yes. And huge amounts of energy, yes. So we can say here, hydrogen is the fuel of stars. How is hydrogen the fuel of stars? It is taking part in nuclear fusion reactions. The hydrogen nuclei, the nucleuses. Nuclei means nucleuses, okay? There's no word called nucleuses. We say nuclei. The hydrogen nuclei are coming together, forming helium nuclei, and thus nuclear fusion, and that releases energy and heat and light. Should write here to say, oh, stable stars. All the stable stars are powered by hydrogen. How? You say are powered by nuclear fusion reaction. So if they ask anything to do with this in the exam, you should confidently write it and move on to the next thing. Are we together? So make it a what powers stars? You put your answer, hydrogen. Okay. Fuel used. You put an arrow and say, okay, let's say what power stars say nuclear fusion. It's better instead of just saying hydrogen. Say nuclear fusion, then the fuel, I want you to say hydrogen. That's the fuel, okay? What powers? Hydrogen powers through nuclear fusion. So say what power stars is nuclear fusion. All stars have nuclear fusion happening in them all the time. And the fuel used, hydrogen. So hydrogen is the one which is used as the reactant. The product that is formed, let me say product formed, is going to be helium. Okay, we know that this is not a full atom with electrons and whatever. We're talking about the nuclei. The nucleus, the nuclei. And then what is released? What is released? We have heat, light, and energy. We have heat, light, and energy. I want you to talk more about energy. Are we together? Are we together? Right. Now we are at the second thing, which is what is the hierarchy? So I want you to write scale of the universe, so that we see what hierarchy is followed in the universe. Quickly finish, then we can be able to do a lot of questions together. Scale of the universe. What is it? So let me say, a good student must not confuse universe, galaxy, solar system, and stars. A good student must not confuse it, okay? You must know the hierarchy. You must know the hierarchy, okay? Let's put the hierarchy. Then move on to more. Here is the hierarchy. Hierarchy of the universe. Hierarchy of the universe. And I want to say we are doing largest in those words, and we are ending at smallest. Okay, what is the largest thing in the universe? Okay, can you see? Right. One, the largest is the word universe. So universe is the largest. Largest. And I want you to say it contains. What does it contain? I want you to say here billions of galaxies. The universe as a whole has billions and billions of galaxies. Are we together? The universe has billions and billions of galaxies. But one galaxy, it contains billions of stars. So when you come out of one galaxy, go into the next galaxy, you are now going to see another lot of billions of stars. Are we together? Then you have the third thing, which we call the solar system. Okay? This one has one star. What? This, I hope, helps you to know how big this universe is. We are at a tiny part of the universe. The universe is humongous. It's huge. What we celebrate and all the planets that we sing about, they are actually not even a galaxy. It's a part of galaxy. So all the planets that we talked about and our one star that we work with, the sun, are they a galaxy? No. They are less than a galaxy. They are a solar system. Are we together, students? So when we want to get to planet Earth, or in other words, when we want to talk about planet Earth, when we come from size going down, we can say, let's start with the whole universe. Then we'll go to a galaxy called the Milky Way galaxy. Then we'll focus on one part of the Milky Way galaxy called the solar system. The solar system is a part of the Milky Way galaxy, which is governed by the sun as the star. So the sun is our main star in the solar system, right? And when you look at that, we are in a small part of the solar system called planet Earth. So this is how, but yet there are billions of galaxies in the universe. So what we call the universe has billions of galaxies, and we are less than all the planets that we talked about, that we have managed to find out with our telescopes and our machinery, all those are actually tiny. All the 8 planets of yours are less than 1 galaxy, and yet the universe as a whole has billions of galaxies. So if you try to think of the universe, you collapse. It's crazy big. Are we together? Students, are we together? Hello? Yes, so the solar system is just one star and its planets. Then we can talk about what we call a planet, which is a small thing. A planet is just something that is surrounded by moons. Like our moon is part of this planet Earth. Okay, we have our moon. Another planet has its own moon. Okay, are we together? So let's put them as definitions, these things that I've talked about. So I want you to write, to say universe, and I want you to say, this is a collection the universe is too big, guys. This is a collection of billions of galaxies. Then I want you to go to galaxy, the second largest. So we start with the universe, then we said it's billions of galaxies. Then we say, okay, what about galaxy? And we say it's billions of stars. Okay, this is a collection of billions of stars. Then we say, okay, fine. Now let's go to, even if we say e.g. the Milky Way. Okay? Okay? The Milky Way galaxy has many more stars. The solar system is just a small part of the Milky Way galaxy. So we won't even. Are we together? I mean, solar system, I defined it in the last part, so it's fine. We can end it. You can write these two. Did you get this? Did you understand? Throw away what you thought. You thought, only the 8 planets and us. This is the whole universe. You are playing around. That's a tiny part of the universe. We can't even talk about it. The universe is much bigger than that, my friend. There's a lot more. Anyway, I'm going to start with star formation tomorrow. I'll try to replace this with a little bit of chem, a little bit of physics. So tomorrow we'll see. Okay? I'll try to see what I can do. We need to push chem, which is a very easy subject. We want to quickly get it out of the way. Physics, it's a very easy subject. Quickly get it out of the way. So I'm going to come very angry in chem tomorrow and do a lot of important things and answer a lot of questions. Make sure you rest. Most important thing that I need from you is sleep. Make sure you have rested well. You have done all the work and rest very well, okay? No social media. Rest. When you're tired, you should love sleeping. I didn't say sleep for too long, okay? I know what I'm saying. I'm saying sleep. In other words, whenever you sleep, you are creating energy for more work. So don't oversleep, but please do sleep. Instead of going on social media, I'd rather have you go and sleep and wake up earlier than you would have woken up, and then you can do more. So if you feel frustrated or tired or whatever, drink water, take a nap. When you can wake up and keep pushing. We are in exam mode, everybody. Welcome to exam mode. We keep pushing. There is no time to waste. Make sure you submit the question that I gave you. I'm going to put the link. Even for yesterday, I don't know why I didn't put it. Because I need you to have submitted so we can continue with the next thing tomorrow. Thank you so much for attending. I appreciate all of you. You are doing very well. Kelly, Kalalelo, Leti, Matipa, Aki, Mazita, even Uratile, Antonisha. I now know people who don't miss, who don't miss. Even Tobo, you are doing very, and Karabo. You people, I now know people who don't miss class. Keep it up. I'm going to hunt those who are missing because I need A stars from all of you. I know you're getting me A stars. This group of people, this group of, especially these girls, a lot of them are just girls. I know you girls are getting me A stars. I count on you big time. So we gotta keep pushing, Matipa. You're getting me an A star. I want A stars, Matipa, please. And Leti and Kalalelo. I want A stars. We keep pushing. Thank you for pushing. We meet tomorrow. Submit the maths. Rest and recuperate. Goodbye.